Yeah, a lot more so, and we usually see it locked in when you've got at least an Ornn or something else that's there, but at least you still got, no matter what the draft from LNG is going to be, the tanky stats from the Tark that you can look to take.
I mean, if you're talking about power picks, LNG have already picked up that strong bottom lane. Let's see if they go for that blind pick in the top side.
This is, which is why we saw the hover there coming through from Flandre, but Flandre going back to a pocket pick of his own. It's the Qiyana top lane once again for Flandre.
It has been mildly successful.
He's talking about our 3-man dive from FPX.
As we've seen, teams have been really good at shutting down FPX in the early game when they've dissuaded those set dives. Dazzle going to come through, but this is a simple trade. Light starting out here in game 1. Everyone knows Asura here on LNG, who's been with them since last year, but Light has been with the Snake organization for a couple of more years, but you don't always see the light of day on him. I apologize for that one. Has gone for the lethal tempo here in Kalista. Game number 1 rather than the righteous, the Halo Blades we normally see.
This means that he's not looking for these quick trades in the early game, looking instead more towards this single target damage that he can try and get off, or at least the higher attack speed, sorry, he can get off in the later stages of the game, not opting for this super quick turnaround with the Halo Blades you can work until the W was down from the LeBlanc.
Now, I guess we've gone through all lanes, bar Flandre and Khan. Electrocute here on the Qiyana top. We have seen this a couple of times now from Flandre. He loves this pick in the top lane, and a lot of the time ends up roaming the map, looking to influence the rest of LNG.
And he's used it really well against this Aatrox in a lot of situations, because the way this W works on the Qiyana, you can look to dodge away from a lot of the Dark Blade procs. You can hop pretty effectively away from the Infernal Chains.
Yep. And
then you've got great trading power with this Electrocute, constantly spamming it onto the health bar of the Aatrox, and he just can't heal up through it. So watch as this game starts to progress, how Khan deals with that, and if Flandre can open up this lead, push in these waves effectively, and get the roam you were just talking about.
I'm looking towards that level 6, which he'll be hitting soon. Serrated Dirk already picked up, and that's nice and early for Flandre as a top laner. And with double TP compositions, a lot of the time we see the ability to dive bot, match the aggression, as you said so well earlier on, matching the aggression of FPX. Can be quite difficult, but it looks like LNG have set up to do it here. They were already the ones who forced out the bottom at this point. He started with the Cull. We'll have to see what comes first. He's backing now. Let's see what we get. All right, Manamune is going to, or Manamune, excuse me, is going to be the start here for the Corki mid.
Picking up the tier nice and early. So, as well, having the Cull in his back pocket means that not only is this build going to accelerate him into the mid game because the Manamune is a cheaper item, but the Cull as well, giving that extra influx of gold, means that Doimi's going to hit his mid game pretty damn hard. And when you can look towards likes of Khan on this Aatrox and LWX to try and match that, I think FPX have a good mid game that they can work with. The thing that I'm seeing here though is LNG hit just as hard, if not harder, at that point as well. They've got great setup from Flandre. XX will still be really strong in this Olaf when paired with the Cosmic Radiance.
We'll have to see if they can get there. At this point, of course, it's pretty even in gold, but FPX is starting up another objective. XX is
really wants to get these roams off, but will be spotting a ward, which means XX can actually look to help out here.
Khan's going to go into the World Ender, try to pull Flandre back. That was so close. Doomby now shows himself, and XX is not.
Maple starting to roam up, see if he can catch Doimby, taking a little bit of a more risky path back to lane.
Hang on, Swan might be in a bit of trouble here. The Winter's Bite again starts off the passive. Concussive Blow has been pretty good so far in this game, 200 health, but that won't be a problem for him as Teleport now getting channeled to the top turret. TM wants to dive this one. Flandre goes invisible, wastes time here. Onto XX to come into the fight. A great ulti to send them back. Will he survive as he burns down? The subjugation doesn't kill him in the end. And now XX underneath the turret wants to stop this. TN is tanking up, has to flash away. Maple joining the play. And Rift Herald finally goes down. Now the wave has to be reset.
It's a bit messy from FPX, not able to find the kill. LNG are still sitting here though. XX needs to be very careful. Very low, but still has Ragnarok available.
Double Distortion clears out the wave immediately there from Maple. So FPX have to back away. Turret stays standing. Only the gold plating in hand of FPX. Solo lanes plus jungle.
And you see how quickly that FPX want to try and accelerate this game. They have the shortest win time in the LPL, and they're looking that even with this composition where we talked about them wanting to wait a minute or two to get some of these items, they want to put the pedal down as quickly as possible.
But LNG won't let them. This is the starting of a Dragon on Vision. Tiana's back, so is Doinby, looking to contest this, but doesn't seem like they have the manpower or the timing advantage. A Dragon apiece with an Ocean Rift now spawning game 1.
LNG are doing a great job to weather this early game aggression from FPX. As I say that though, Light.
Yeah, Gravitum is there. Winter's fighting to get the slowdown. Light now at half health. They flash forward, commit here with Exhaust down. He gets locked down. Ultimate there. The Cosmic Radiance. Is it in time? No, they can't kill him. They haven't ordered him. LWX in the middle of it as well. They get collapsed on. And LNG say FPX, go home.
Light baits them in. I don't know if it's intentional, but Duan comes in clutch, saves the AD carry of LNG, but because you TP'd Flandre down towards the bottom side of the map, the supreme display of talent onto some of these corridors FPX will be trying to get vision of in River will be perfect for LNG.
And I was going to note as well that because we're seeing this new build on the Corki with the Manamune, Corki before we're like, oh, Trinity Force, 1 item, Power Spike. Because he's got the Manamune, he diverts that attention away from that big first item we know him for. And we'll talk about that in a second because LWX in trouble. What? Oh no, not Season 10 again. Flandre with a weak ultimate exhaust is going to come through as well. Khan is diving this one. The flash on top and Doinby nails him right in the back.
FPX are picking up kills across the board. We just said LNG can look to fight a Rift Herald, but they don't fight a Rift Herald. Instead, you end up with the 1v1 XX versus LWX. And it's lights out for the Olaf. Don't worry though, guys. Aphelio's got nerfed. He's not able to do that anymore.
Well, having said that, let's see. Maple's going to go in as well. And
okay,
yeah,
there you
LeBlanc is still LeBlanc. That's now everyone's like, thank you. They're clapping.
Now imagine that LNG had decided to do that at the Rift Herald, where they had Maple come in on a flank. You have Flandre set up with the supreme display of talent, and XX has a Cosmic Radiance to keep himself alive. Unfortunately, though, LNG don't play towards their strengths. They give FPX the opportunity to fight back. Now they've gotten a couple of kills, they picked up the Rift Herald, and they can use that to crack open this mid lane turret.
Super surprised to see an Olaf who was very fed earlier on run in and die like that. So for LWX, he does get beaten down by Maple, which is a good sign. And the optimist in me says at least LNG are still slightly ahead in gold. Flandre tracking with the lens here. And Khan gets spotted out trying to find another, or rather his first solo kill this game. And I want to point out as well, look at LNG. 4 lenses, 1 scrying ward. They are really determined to deny vision.
And that is because of the way that their composition wants to play. We talked about flanks from Maple, flanks from Flandre. They need the vision denial for that.
But you can't get it if you're just going to die to Khan. 1 versus 1. Flandre flashes out. He's the bigger top laner, Mr. Khan.
And Flandre opted into this lane. We've seen it a couple of times where he goes towards this Kiana into the Aatrox matchup. We talked about how this is supposed to function, but Khan is a different beast altogether. Now drawing attention to the top side just from his play alone, FPX feel comfortable putting the Rift Herald in.
And this Herald is dealing with a very weak turret in the mid lane. Gets the charge, won't kill it at this point. Maybe not weak enough. He'll swipe his hands across with the poke coming through. FPX channel there, rage through the mid lane. And they get the second turret with now a bit of a gold lead in their back pocket.
Look where Flandre is, though. He snuck into the back line. They're trying to fight FPX when they go for this dragon.
But Khan is running right into it. He's like, no, not again. The ultimate used on this Aatrox. World Ender used a little bit late, and Flandre still gets it. A pick is a pick in front of the dragon.
And this is why LNG need these sweepers in their back pockets. Keep control of the vision and deny FPX knowing where Flandre is, where Maple is. That secures them the second dragon.
Okay, and when you've got an Ocean Rift with this Callista, with people that can stay in combat for a while like the Olaf, that's not too bad. LNG still testing FPX, and we're at a tied game here at 18 minutes. The OP highlight, even on Maple this game around. Against FPX, you don't normally take it away from their limelight.
Well, this is because FPX have been so dominant in their games. They have an 85% win rate after they get first blood, 80% win rate after first tower.
Why are you there? He's flashed away. He wanted to face check that bottom side and he gets punished.
And FPX are not looking dominant at all in this game. LNG, a team that we weren't expecting very much from.
I think that was from
a replay. Don't get too excited. Although, that being said, get excited for this.
Now FPX are doing it. Is this the right call? Definitely not. But we'll see what happens because of it. Flandre spotted out. Doinby wants to take on the 1v1. He's got Tien right beside him. But he's out there. just in the nick of time.
So FPX were thinking, hey, LNG are going to start going down towards this dragon that's spawning, so we can look to take this off of that play. LNG don't collapse on it straight away though, so FPX get a bit of damage off the Baron. Now they're returning to it as Light has started the dragon on the bottom side.
Okay, here we go again then, I guess. Light here is just like a jungler, only more Rendy. As that's going to go down, let's turn our attention back over to Baron. Khan is going to get sandwiched over the wall with World and trying to draw the attention away. While FPX now have an Olaf in the pit. They kill XX and they get the Baron. LNG were looking at Khan, but he takes so much of their eyes away from the big purple worm.
So LNG do get to soul point, but Baron goes to FPX. Khan giving his life there. Doesn't matter. Now FPX can look to play through Doinby and Khan once again. Spread out that map. But the problem here is Maple 205. Morellonomicon completed. He can work very well against these side lane pressures of FPX, especially with the double teleport that LNG are running.
Especially with other members hitting 2 items as well.
Lane as well.
But they know he's here. Pings are going down from FPX. They're looking for this LeBlanc. Easy to get away here, though, from Maple, testing the waters quite easily.
The problem, though, as we already talked about, is FPX don't have any CC to majorly deal with Maple. He's free to distortion in and out.
Well, this time Doomby's going to go forward. Is this the same mistake? He's done it twice this game. Cosmic Ratings with a flash here from XX. Or rather, he just ran forward. The Aphelios ultimate comes through, but it's onto a Maple clone knocked up here. Onto Tien. Now running for his life. FPX have not won this fight. LNG brace forward.
And when FPX are the ones with the Baron buff, they're getting dissuaded. They needed to make this work.
Flandre, it's still not over. Khan waiting in the wings. Now going to get spotted out by a ward. But if Khan does this, Juan's nearby, people resetting. This is not a safe 1 versus 1. Khan walks into the lane. Flandre now knows he's got backup. This Aatrox needs to leave. An easy escape path built.
FPX will be able to reset, but LNG once again come out the victors. The thing here, though, is even when we look at the kills, we're like, LNG are winning. But they're not. Look at the gold. FPX have gotten advantages when it comes to CS in the mid, in the top. They're the ones that have also got more of those towers in their favor. So LNG with a lot of standing gold on the map and unable to crack it because of the pressure FPX are continuously putting on.
The wave clear that they have here through the Aphelios, Corki, even the Aatrox in the side lane. Also Khan with a Death Stance, the new Death Stance, by the way, in 10.6. But more importantly, Doomby's build. Third item is the 20 seconds till this top laner comes through, and without that TP, this just looks like FPX are going to have to give over Baron.
Yeah, Light and XX have started this up, and again, how do you try and approach this pit? No vision on where Flandre is, 0 vision on Maple, and this Baron is going down too quick.
It's hard for FPX to even get near this objective right now. They'll be spotted on their entrance, but Juan will zone this one away. He's saying going down quick, it's a 2K, hang on. Now it's gone. But FPX have walked into a choke, so please leave, and they do.
Wasn't sure if Flandre was going to go for the Supreme Display of Talent with the direction FPX were walking.
Still going to clear this one away, but Doomby in the side lane against Maple. This is so scary, even as the Corki dodging away. That is one combo, and Doomby's at half health.
And Phantom Dancer popped as well, so now Doinby's going to scatter to the winds, and LNG will make these towers crumble as well. Flandre now moving across the mid lane, trying to set up another wave for LNG to collapse on after this top lane push.
And remember, Khan's bot without TP as well. He has to make the long trek towards top, towards mid to meet Flandre. But LNG have demanded the attention, now moving towards mid. That's on top of Khan. World Ender no more. 4 versus 5. LWX almost dies. Heal on command. This is not looking good for FPX, but man, LNG are playing
Straight
fire.
be damned, LNG want to finish this game out. They've cracked the base, they're onto Tien.
Okay, Dazzle onto Tien, he's used the subjugate. Here comes the ultimate from the Taric. 4 people into the Cosmic Radiance as Tien is quite low. The poke still coming through. The Moonlight Vigil does nothing against LNG.
The Moonlight Vigil just gives another proc of that Ocean Soul. Everyone from LNG happy and healthy and pushing forward.
Just doesn't die. Light got hit and chunked, and it doesn't matter. At full health with the overheal from BT once again. Inhibitor crack mid, inhibitor crack top. That's the Baron utilized massively now with a 6k gold lead.
Blade of the Rune King for Light, Bloodthirster for Light, Ocean Soul for Light. More Peekaboo who he'll be able to catch out there. And LNG, though, unfortunately, no Baron, wave clear from LWX is a strong point right now. And this is why I want to see the 1-1-3. Split up your map, spread your pressure.
Oh, and Chris might be caught out here. Unbreakable goes up, but that's not the target they're looking for. Now onto XX, he has to flash away. A small mistake here from the jungler, but still LNG with control. That Elder now spawning, but LNG, as you said before, they don't want to look for this, they want to find the pick.
They're looking for the pick right now, is Derrick's.
Fate's Call goes into the middle on top of Chris. Now they're looking for Ward Doomby, but they only find LWX with the ultimate. The ultimate does come through from Tuan in the end, but Light is so damn big. FPX getting pushed back here. The Dazzle is good, but is it good enough? LNG, they're in a 4 versus 4. They're poking down Tuan. Doomby with a double kill. Oh no, they're jumping on top of Light as well. The Callista gets exploded, and this is the problem. One mistake is all it takes. A good trade from Maple, granted, but FPX still have 3.
LNG didn't play to their strengths. The flank is where Flandre thrives, where Maple thrives, but they tried the front-to-back team fight, and that's where you have Khan and Tien step forward with Chris, deny Maple access. Flandre gets focused, and FPX get this Elder Dragon unless XX can make a big steal for the team.
If he comes in here, he dies for that Elder. No matter what right now, FPX maintain control. They have the Elder Dragon and 4 people to utilize it. Game back on here for FPX. And again, one mistake is all it takes. Now an issue for LNG. So huge, the reason that he took down someone, and he also, I believe, took the GA away from LWX. There you go, there's the damage.
80 for Tien.
Well, Tien died at the start. FPX now with Elder, a channeling to Baron. Now, LNG want to take the push battle here, but this has already gone Baron recalls in hands. That's an easy trade.
Very easy trade. They'll be able to get back here as well. Maple able to put some damage down, but without Flandre sticking around and LNG not in a position, they've got to back away. So now you've got Eldered and Burned up FPX. They can look to stall out this game. And now we're starting to see these full items come through. Doimby fully stocked. LWX nearly there. Only got the last whisper, or the last whisper to come through to finish off that mortal reminder. And now no longer this gold lead makes it, well, what gold lead actually?
37 minutes into the game. You mentioned Doomby here with full items. Essence Reaver, as well as that Infinity Edge with the final 2. Most importantly, Maple trying to bring it back here. Elder for 45 seconds, Baron for 2-minute 10. FPX running up the mid lane. Maple has not been spotted, he's going for the push instead.
Going to see if he can join in the bottom wave. Has that teleport available still as well? If you're in this situation, try to wave clear as much as possible with your composition and give up this mid lane inhibitor, trade it for the bottom lane, and hope that you haven't died in the process and FPX can look to end.
But if someone of LNG dies here, FPX push these turrets so quick, that'll be the game. LNG needs to collapse. Something needs to happen. Inhibitor's going to go down. FPX are not done with this.
One mistake was all it took.
And
7
now
seconds.
Flandre, that's the mistake. I mean, he just runs into them and FPX take him down. Burst Nexus turret as well as the ultimate from Taric once more. But XX goes into GA. There's the Brom ulti too. Chris runs forward with the rest of FPX and Maple's too late to the show. Doomy's way too large. Alongside there's the Felios in LWX. A good attempt from LNG, but one mistake cost their life.